Good evening, design community. Welcome to Design Chat with Ida Laura. Today is June 11 of the year of 2020. Naya Hospitality and Farm Boy Fine Arts are sponsoring this Instagram live session. Naya Hospitality is a representation firm who consults professionals specifically in the hospitality and cruise market. They represent only the most reputable manufacturers to ensure all the projects are completed on time while meeting the exacting standard of their clientele. Based in Miami, Naya Hospitality counsels design firms, purchasing agents, and ownership groups in Florida and across the United States. Naya Hospitality represents Farm Boy Fine Arts in Florida. At Farm Boy Fine Arts, they are spatial activists striving to change lives with art. Their work imparts creativity and artful thinking into built environments, delivering more engaging humanistic experiences. For over 20 years, they have pursued this goal across borders, industries, and cultures, exposing and educating partners to the transformative qualities of art. Art in interior design. Do you guys know that I went to art school? Yes, I did. When I was in high school, back in the Dominican Republic, where I'm originally from, I was doing a dual program. I was going to a typical high school in the morning and then going to an art program in the afternoon. In senior year at art school, in order to graduate, one of the requirements was to a preparation of an individual exhibition of at least 15 pieces of art, including mixed media, acrylic on canvas, photography, and sculptures. At that time, I dreamed about going to art school in Parsons, New York, being a famous artist, and I was sleeping on that cloud. The dream died when I found out the cost of Parsons tuition, and instead, I went to a local architectural school. I have all my frame art in the Dominican Republic. When I moved to Florida, I personally traveled with, and I have a surprise for you guys, a cedar sculpture that I made myself. This is the only memory that I have from that exhibition here in my home in Miami. I sculpted this myself. This is cedar. And I recall that the name of this piece of art is Sensuality, because it looks like it's like an abstract women body. And this was part of my exhibition. I did it myself. For me, it means a lot. This piece has more than 12 years old, and every time I see it in my bedroom, it's like a reminder of all those days in art school as an art student, and of course a reminder of my roots and where I come from. What is art? Art is a diverse range of human activities in creating visual, auditory, or performing artifacts, expressing the author's imaginative, conceptual ideas or technical skills intended to be appreciated or their beauty or emotional power. The three classical branches of art are painting, sculpture, and architecture. Music, theater, film, dance, and other performing arts, as well as literature and other media such as interactive media, are included in a broader definition of the arts. Adding an artistic layer to the interior spaces is a thoughtful process, one that can make a space truly distinct. Your selection of art signifies not only what you like or the client likes, but what speaks to the users and the experiences you want the users to have when using this interior space. Art encompasses a wide range of creative things. It is by no means limited to expensive paintings. sculptures, collections of artifacts, framed posters, custom light fixtures. All these can be incorporated into an eclectic and meaningful display that sets your project apart. In residential projects, the artwork is often an afterthought when styling the spaces. It is added to a room well after the paint has dried and the furniture has been planned. Of course, the layout, color, and furniture are very important, but it's usually a home's details that define its interior design. In commercial projects, such as office spaces, hotels, retails, and restaurants, usually interior designers use art consultants to assist with a curated selection that work around the use of the space, company culture, and design concept. Finding the perfect art pieces for your project could be challenging. The typology of the project could tell you more than what you think when selecting the art. In hospitals or healthcare environment, it is proven that by adding natural elements to the spaces, the patients heals faster, distress, and promote overall well-being. Therefore, it would be ideal to have art pieces related to nature in these spaces. Displaying art in the workplace can elevate employee performance, mood, and physical well-being, as well as bolster interpersonal bonds between employees and clients. 5 facts about art in the workplace. Number 1, art boosts creativity. It is not 100% clear why art stimulates employees to work harder and smarter. Exeter University, a university in the United States, did a study where asked to do an hour of work in 4 different environments ranging from the very basics to an enhanced workplace with art and plants. The result: employees work 15% quicker in enhanced environments, and they were 32% more productive if they also had personal input on the art in their surroundings. Number 2, art stimulates creativity. Seeing things from another person's perspective can pull you out of a creative rut. For instance, you have been thinking about a problem one way for hours. You have a tunnel vision. Then in a hallway, you pass a frame of a photograph print. Something shifts in your brain and you see a completely different side of your dilemma. Number 3, art reduces stress. You don't need cold hard to wrap your head around how a tropical Henri Rousseau or glints of Monet's famed water lilies might have a calming effect on the psyche, not to mention the power or change your psychology. According to Forbes, the 78% of respondents in a survey of 800 employees working for 32 US companies claim that art in the workplace helped reduce their stress. Number 4, art enhances communication. Findings from Harvard University studies reveal that because art elicits an emotional response, it can pave the way to more open communication and interpersonal connections in the workplace. This will become increasingly critical as more millennials enter and now Generation Z enter the workforce, because studies show that technology and social media are making the largest generation entering the USA labor force less social. Number 5, art speaks volumes about your company. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, carefully consider what your walls convey. If they are bare, the message might be, we haven't quite got our act together. We don't know what we want. On the other hand, if they are vibrant and lined with evocative, richly hued art, they might say we are smart and dynamic. So you get the picture. In hospitality, hotel design continues to evolve to create unique, memorable ambiances that help properties differentiate themselves. Once viewed as an accessory, the art within these hotels now tells a story, helps craft the distinctive experience. No longer is art just a passive frame picture behind the front desk. No longer is that. It is an interactive part of the guest journey. The hospitality industry has recognized the importance of curating unique pieces into the property's overall design that will enhance the feel and vibe of the hotel. Art can range from graphic murals, photography, sculpture, furniture, and interactive digital media. If the art creates conversation and provides a connection to the guest, it is doing its part in enhancing the guest experience. Technology has changed the way artists create art and the way the public experience art. The ability to have an art experience when traveling is a decision driver when people travel. Art in hotels should be a curated selection, and that's why we have Farm Boy Fine Arts to put together that curated collection and selection that represents local culture, history, and experiences to give guests a unique taste that reflects brand and the hotel's geographic location. As part of my research to prepare for this design chat topic about art and in interior design, I actually interviewed a museographer and architect from the Dominican Republic, and she's a colleague of mine. Her name is Paula Flores. She emphasized that by adding art to any space, we could create impact, we could tell stories, and we could influence people's behavior. She also advises that art doesn't have to be expensive to be valuable. The artist, the reputation, style, and technique are more important than the cost of a piece of art. Lastly, I asked her 3 recommendations to give to you guys to choose art style for an interior space. And this is what she told me. Number 1, ask yourself, where are you going to put it? About furniture, in an accent wall or a space between 2 furniture, in an open space, a hall, in a small space, a circulation area. Those answers are going to tell you the type of art you're looking for. Meaning, is it a painting, a photograph, an illustration, a sculpture, an installation, etc. The second recommendation was to ask yourself, what is the purpose or intention of the art in that space? Contrast? Subtle appearance? Is it going to be main piece of the room? Bring calm or noise? This question and this answer will actually tell you the style of the art you need to look at. Is it a contemporary art, impressionist, expressionist, cubism, abstractionist, etc.? And lastly, the third recommendation is that after you have a few selections, ask yourself, does this go to the style and palette of the room? Does the piece speaks out? Does it bring the intention I want to the room? Is it creating impact or contrast in the room? These answers of these questions will lead you to a style, the media, and the artist. And you are ready to go and have your art selected for your interior space.